Hey guys, it's Wolf of Bread, and I have a different kind of video here today. It's mainly inspired by Lavender Town and her type of videos where she does speed paints and talks about the decisions she made for her character designs. And the first one, obviously, is Suki and Shigaraki. And the idea is My Hero Academia and HAIKYUU fusions, basically, and obviously it's based off of the characters that share the same voice actors, as I'm sure many people have noted, that they have a lot of similar voice actors in the sub and the dub, but today we're focusing mostly on the sub. So, how I realized, I don't know if I'm going to include this, but it's a little backstory. How I realized the fact that Shigaraki and Suki had the same voice actor was I was watching the dub with my friend. No, we were watching the sub, and I don't normally watch the sub, so I listened to Shigaraki speaking, and he kind of had a sneer voice, and it sounded like Suki when he makes fun of Hinata and Kageyama. So I was just like, wait a minute, is that Suki? And it was. So me and my friend went into a wild goose chase. I don't even know if that's correct in this situation, but we went on an internet search for how many HAIKYUU voice actors and My Hero Academia voice actors are the same, and it was a lot of fun, and we laughed our butts off because there were so many of them, and some of them are very funny. There's a lot. I know this idea has been done before, and I've seen it done with Bakugo and Nishinoya, but I just wanted to do it with more of the costumes and just try and merge the character designs together as much as possible. So that's my goal. And I have a bunch of different designs for, I have sketches for all the similar voice actors, so if you guys want to see more of them, I can make them into a series, because I think that would be really fun. Now actually into Suki and Shigaraki and my design choices. So these characters fit really well together because they've both worn sweatshirts. They're both kind of they have that attitude. Shigaraki's more of a gamer than Suki is, but I liked the combination of the sweatshirt and the headphones because I feel like they work together. For his hair, I was in between either doing blonde long hair from Shigaraki's hairstyle or short blue hair or white. It's white in the manga, but I decided on the long blonde hair because I thought it would look better. And I gave him red eyes because it looks more like Shigaraki, and I gave him Suki's blonde hair, and red eyes look cool, especially with the glasses. And I gave him the scars and the dry skin from Shigaraki, obviously. I did the pushing up glasses pose, you know the one, because it's a lot like how Shigaraki has a hand on his face most of the time, but Tsukishima does the hand to his glasses, and I thought that would be a good connection that mixes the characters together and combines their traits. I almost put the bandage on the hand, but it didn't look good, so I got rid of it. And that's basically it for Shigaraki and Suki. And this is the final thing. I made it pretty dark because I like messing around with the lighting. That was fun. Next one is Asahi and Tokoyami, and when I first saw this one, it was kind of surprising. So I had a lot of fun with designing this. It's a little strange, but it was a challenge and I liked it. So I decided to include it for this one. In my notes, I wrote down IDK about the pose. It looks like Bigfoot, which is kind of true. I need to work on my dynamic posing a little bit, but it's fine. It works. It displays his muscles. Anyway, about the muscles. I gave him Asahi's body type because that's a big part of Asahi, I think. because he looks buff, but he looks more like a gangster. I had to get rid of the cloak for that reason, because it would cover everything. I did his bun a little bit higher than normal. Rip Asahi's hair. He'll go bald, but it's fine. It's just for this character design. I put his hair up a little bit higher than normal because I wanted to do the Tokoyami's like bird hairstyle. I tried. It's not like the bad hairstyle from season 4. No offense, Asahi, but it doesn't look good. His expression is more like Tokoyami because his face, obviously, it's human. It looks a lot more like Asahi. I originally had the number 3 on his chest. Oh god damn it. I forgot to include the 11 in Suki and Shigaraki's thing, because by the end of it you can't really see it, but for each of them I put their jersey number somewhere on their design. And originally I had Tokoyami and Asahi's number on their chest, just like Shigaraki and Suki, but I wanted to change it because I didn't want it to be all the same. So I put the 3 on his neck because it's kind of like how Asahi is like a thug, but not a thug, you know? So like it resembles a neck tattoo. That's what I was going for. For the fingerless gloves, I couldn't really give you a reason why I included them, but I just kind of had that instinct. So I literally wrote down emo plus buff man equals fingerless gloves. So that's why I have them. And for Google images of Tokoyami, I couldn't find his hero costume or like with his hands showing. So he could be wearing fingerless gloves, he couldn't be wearing fingerless gloves. We don't know for sure. It's an emo thing. And then his shoulder thing, the red part around Tokoyami's costume, I repeated it, obviously. I did it around his neck, around his shoulders, around his shoulder again, because armbands look cool and accentuate the biceps, I guess. And I gave him a little belt because like that would have been covered by the cloak. I gave him the belt with the yellow triangle because I wanted it to symbolize Tokoyami's beak, because he's a bird. So yeah, that's what I have for him. I really liked how Dark Shadow came out. I was considering giving Dark Shadow a bun, but I thought that would be kind of stupid. But here's the final product. I hope you guys like it. I did a more harsh shading, lighting way than I normally do for this one, but I really enjoyed it because it looks pretty striking. So, last one is the one you guys have all been waiting for, Bakugo and Nishinoya. And as I said before, I've seen a lot of combinations of them together because they share the same voice actor. And I personally didn't notice that they had the same voice actor until I heard Nishinoya yelling. Because I watched My Hero in the dub, and then I watched HAIKYUU in the sub, or at least that's what my preferred things are. So I didn't realize Nishinoya was the same as Bakugo until a while afterwards. For this design, I challenged myself and made the X on Bakugo's hero costume the A4 for Nishinoya. It's very blatant. For the combinations of Bakugo and Nishinoya, they kind of make him very pretty, and these are both rowdy, yelling boys, and I really wanted to show that in my piece, Leash Children. So in general, for these designs, I wanted to include the hero costumes with the HAIKYUU colors because the jerseys are kind of boring, not gonna lie. But Bakugo's gauntlets and his gloves were the most annoying thing to draw. So I understand why people don't draw their hero costumes that often. It was very difficult, but I'm proud of myself for going the extra mile. So when I was first coming up with this concept, I knew I wanted to invert Bakugo's colors in order to make it match Nishinoya, because ironically, these guys have the same color scheme, orange and black. So it would only make sense to invert Bakugo's costume. And originally I had some trouble because in my first color test, I used Nishinoya's orange, and his costume wound up looking way too much like a jersey, and it looked kind of weird. So when I was drawing like the final, I was doing the line work, I noticed that I could use Bakugo's orange, and I did, and I thought it looked so much better than Nishinoya's orange. I also added Nishinoya's like the colors on Bakugo's neck piece because I thought that would be fun. I made the spiky hair piece thing that Bakugo has in his hero costume. I made that into a lightning bolt because Rolling Thunder, I tried, it's not the best, guys. And I got rid of the mask. I gave him more knee pad-like things for his knees because Bakugo does have knee pads, but they look like he could stab you with them. So I gave them like a combination of both. I kept his belt green because I didn't know what other color to make it. I made his gauntlets like glow from the inside. I made it gray on the outside and then orange on the inside, and I wanted it to have a glowing effect on the inside so it like looks like you could do a thunderclap, more Rolling Thunder references. I didn't put too much thought into the quirks for this, which I apologize. Next time I will try to do that a little bit more, but if you guys want to come up with their quirks, you can. I don't know if they'd be any different, honestly. I made the eyes red because his hair is obviously, the color scheme at least, is very Nishinoya, so I decided on red eyes again. And I don't usually do red eyes that often, but it looked cool. Again. So when I was doing the pose for this, I wanted it to look like he was getting ready to pass and getting ready to explode someone. So I did a little sketch of him not being able to pass with his gauntlets on because I thought that would be funny. That's just a little thing I'll show you at the end. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked these designs, and I had a ton of fun doing them, and I really want to do more of these types of videos because I want to show you guys my full color work, because my favorite part of the drawing process is coloring and shading, and that's just so much fun to me, and I want to show it to you guys. So if you guys want more, tell me, and I hope you liked it.